guests, parents, faculty, and staff of Hamlin Middle School. My name is Jerry Stoker. I'm a retired Air Force colonel. I started my 32-year military career by enlisting in the United States Marine Corps in the 27th day of February 1975. I began my military career as a infantry officer assigned to the 2nd Marine Division. As the infantry officer of the 2nd Marine Division, I had the honor to float with the Landing Force 6th Fleet. As many of you know, in your history classes, the Marines are part of the Department of the Navy, not the Navy, but the Department of the Navy. And so we have the honor of leading that landing force aboard amphibious vehicles. Now that you know a little bit about me and my career, I'd like to know a little bit about my audience behind me. I know my audience in front of me, because I've had the honor of serving with these folks in various roles. But let me get to know my audience behind me. How many of you have a parent or relative that's a graduate of high school and kind of schools? See your hands? Okay, how many of you have a family member that's served in the military? And how many of you right now have a family member that's serving on active duty in the military? Thank you. Don't hold a thing for Ray Bill's house tonight, but I love. And if I get two of those, brand me that as a veteran. Let's start out with some school. Let's start out with some simple definition. What is a hero? It's a person who is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievement of noble ability. Gosh, can you say that? These ladies who joined in front of you, they raised their hand at one point in their life and offered up something that not many jobs ask them to offer up. That is your life. What's the definition of a veteran? It's someone who has served in our uniformed services, Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, United States Public Health Service, and the National Oceanography and Atmospheric Administration Commission. When we think about Veterans Day, it originally started as Armistice Day. And Armistice Day acknowledges the end of World War I. Many countries experience Veterans Day as also the day of remembrance for those killed in conflict. In our country, we have Memorial Day. Now, one little thing I need to find out from my audience, I know from this group here, how many of you are set aside your best friend? That's great. You know, these are relationships here in the school you're going to build on that will carry you throughout your life. And I think that's, when I think about veterans and what we have done, I think about friends. When you hear combat veterans talk about their service and so on, and those that have received our nation's highest award, I know state paper that there's going to be a series of stamps for our Medal of Honor women. And as many of you know in this audience, West Virginia is fortunate monument, Iwo Jima Medal of Honor winner, first woman in Woodrow Williams. And I've been honored to hear him speak at a number of veterans today, and had the honor to introduce him. And he always says, and it's kind of a common thread for those that are combat veterans that receive awards, this is not my award. The men that deserve this award, I left on the beach. And having been an infantryman and having also served in the Air Force, I understand the camaraderie, I understand the value of friendship. It's more predominant, I think, in the service than probably anywhere else in the walks of life. Because when you turn around, you're in a foxhole of the Marine, and you're on half and half walk. You've got to depend on that man or woman in that foxhole to stay alert, to stay awake, so that not only the line's locked in, but lives are not lost. I'd like to kind of share with you some kind of common characteristics of friendship and of being a friend. And tell me if you don't think some of this sounds like being a veteran. What do we look for in a friend? We need somebody that's dependable. Somebody that keeps his or her word. We look for sincerity. Thank you enough for being the person you are. We look for loyalty in a friend. We need that confidence of, if I ask you to do something, you do that. We need honesty. Boy, that's a tough one for your friend. To share the honesty. I know when I was in the Marine, one of the tough things is when you promoted a young man or woman in a unit, that it was tough for them to be an NCO or a leader because of the fact that they had developed those friendships, but yet they had a vision to fulfill. A lot of times we move those folks around, but it just kind of shows that bonding that you get from the service. We look for respect. You know, respect's got to come up and down the chain of command. It can't be just a one-way route. It is tough. I know we always say that, you know, every meal's a feast, every formation is a family reunion, and we always make fun of those commands and so on that are misplaced. But in the end, we know we have a job and we have to do that job. We look for generosity. You know, how many of you have ever been, if you've been in the infantry, you've been on a force march or any type of operation, and you're down to the last drink of water in that canteen. Who shares that? Who shares their canteen with you? A good friend. We look for protection from a friend. Somebody that will stand up for us when times are tough. And then we ask for the same in return. So, finally, we look for a friend, we ask for forgiveness when things don't go our way. So, I hope those of you in the back who have a friend like that I described. But there's also one characteristic, as I've mentioned, that a veteran has, and that's his willingness to give his life for his country. But I would say in those combat situations, you're given that life to that friend. But that friend, like this community here, to be a community is made up of friends that we get to pick for ourselves. Christ said, no greater love has no man that he will lay down his life. My last challenge for you students, I think what I've learned in my time as being retired is the greatest thing you can do for your veterans to show your respect. Something real simple. When you meet a veteran or you see someone, say thank you. Thank you for your service. And I would add to you, the all you can. You know, when you finish school here, give it 100% white crown. And that shows, believe it or not, respect for the men and women that are sitting before you. Vote. Get out there and vote. Write a letter to the editor. Take a stand. Whether it's right or wrong, these men and women have put their life on the line so you can be one. So, in closing, let me just reemphasize the simple ways to show respect for these voters. This was say thank you. So, on behalf of other veterans